Morning, everybody. So I haven't given you an update in the spray shed in quite a while, and we've got some pretty good progress. So if you watched the previous videos, you know we got the plumbing all done. Start out here on the outside. So there's the hose coming through the wall, up and over with PEX, and then we made another hose on this end, all with quick connects, so that way if we need to change something or if something goes wrong, new 3,000 gallon tank. So then I've got this guy plumbed in 3 different ways, so it can go that way for filling up like the nurse trailer and stuff like that, or it can come this way to come into the pump. Oh, someone must be getting bales. I was gonna say, why is there a pickup pulling up? So 2-inch pump that goes into the Venturi system. Got the cone, working on new plumbing coming off my 2 pumps. So 2,4-D and Roundup are the main chemicals I use out of totes throughout the year. So I've got each one hooked into an electric pump, flow meter, right into the cone. These 2 guys, this one Moccasin 2 or Metal 2. Moccasin is the brand that I got from FBN last year. And then atrazine, those are like the corn and forage sorghum chemicals. So those guys are just gonna have gravity flow hoses hooked up. So those will go on there. And my second cone over there will sit right here, for which I just built this Venturi system. So I'll explain the Venturi here in a minute. So this guy will be attached to a cone about right here. So then I'll hook that hose there to right here, then right here to the sprayer itself. The Venturi, the whole point of that is it reduces the water flow extremely here, and it winds up sucking the chemical through this hose through it. It's an amazing thing. It keeps us from putting chemical through our pumps, so I really like it. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep moving with this. Just got a phone call. My FBN rep is just about here with chemical, so I'll get that unloaded and keep moving on, trying to figure everything out. So then there's the other rack. Yeah, lots of fun. Okay guys, hopefully you can hear me over the wind all right. So I'm back. This is the hay that I planted last Wednesday. Today is Friday, so just over a week ago. If you watched the video a long day or something like that that I posted last week, you will see at the end of it I was planting alfalfa, trying to patch in this field over here where the new sprinkler is. Well, there she is, guys. It's coming. There's one, there's one, there's one. Lots of little babies coming. Problem is they're stuck under this crust, and as this sun keeps warming up and we keep getting these hot temperatures, this stuff is just gonna bake and bake and bake and make it really hard for those plants to come out. Luckily, the pond that we just built is holding water really well. We got this sprinkler all the way around, clear up. Let me look through the camera. I have a bad habit of not paying attention to the lens, and my camera lens shuts off, and then I'm like pointing over here. Oh yeah, we went over here and did this and then this, and you guys are like, dude, you're pointing at the freaking clouds. But anyway, so the sprinkler went all the way around, and right over there where you can see the green is where the end of the oats are. So we made it to there, laid a little bit of pipe over there by the pond to irrigate a wheat field. Still had some water left. And the guys who did all the pipeline work for this had a leak that they had to come back and fix, and they wanted us to fire it up and test it. Well, luckily the pond held water. So now I've got the sprinkler just coming across real light, putting on 1/4 of an inch to try and just soften this up to give that hay a chance to push through, because we're going to get warmer and drier for the next week. So I'm sure you guys probably can't even hardly hear me over the wind. So hopefully this will have a chance to come up. Now I gotta run to John Deere and order some more pipe fittings so I can get that spray shed project done. my God, guys. Freaking out. Got all these liquid drops falling from the skies, hitting the ground. Is this like a sign of the end of the world? What's going on? I'm scared. So one of the many joys of farming in the desert is your immediate freak out of all moisture. 90% of the time you're freaking out because you're getting moisture. It's amazing. You know, like right now. I'm getting a sprinkle. There's still dust behind me on the dirt road. And yet, I'm suddenly in a better mood because there's rain falling from the sky. It's weird how you can change. I mean, look at all that. All that is rain that is not making it to the ground. There's a little patch over there that kind of is a real light sprinkle because I can see through it. To the south, there's quite a bit making it to the ground. Right here, though, I mean, I'm going east, so the storm is going that way. But the fact that today, when we woke up, there was no chance of rain. It's supposed to be fairly warm and windy. And the fact we got this little bit of sprinkle, it's hard to explain to those of you who farm back east, where it never stops raining. You're constantly putting in drain tile to try and dry out your fields. For us that need every bit of water we can get most of the time, this is such a happy occurrence. It's hard to put it into words. I mean, this is a sprinkle. Like I said, I can see dust behind me back there. But the fact that we got a little sprinkle when we weren't expecting it is amazing. Somebody is really happy texting me. Now, I will admit there is the occasional couple of days here and there when we will get some rain, and it's kind of sad because we had hay on the ground, silage to chop, or something to do. But it takes a lot before we get to that point. I was almost to that point this spring when we got the 2.5 inches over a couple of days. It's like, all right, let's shut off the faucet, keep it in the sink, and we'll open that faucet back up in a couple of months. But that was mid-March. Here we are, the end of April, and it's already desperate times for another rain. So yeah, just thought I'd share my random bit of excitement over the moisture. Yeah. Maddie's gone, so got to throw a few flakes to the hay burners. Starting to think they get hungry. Notice the nice bow in the fence here? Oh man, of course it's going to fall apart. And now the other two. Of course, right as I hear record, phone will go off. So today's video has been pretty short, pretty random. I'm going to go ahead and roll it into tomorrow. Get a few more things from John Deere in the morning. Hopefully get another step closer to being done at the spray shed. It's just a project that'll never end there. But yeah, the wife already called. It's time to go out for some margaritas tonight, so catch you guys in the morning. Okay, cattle are fed. Now it's Saturday morning, first on the agenda, or next on the agenda. I guess first on the agenda was cattle, huh? Next on the agenda, some exciting preschool soccer. Yeah. Then I'll go to John Deere and get parts and figure out what I can finish in the spray shed. Hopefully there's enough stuff I can have most of it wrapped up. Kind of. And then we'll see from there. All right, fun-filled soccer's done. It was an 0 for 2 kind of day. Second one got brutal. But I've been at home all day with the family, so thought I'd come down here and put on what little bit of parts John Deere was able to get. Out of everything I ordered, out of the John Deere warehouse, they were able to get that guy and a handful of clamps. Everything else has to come from a different Fairbanks store, because Fairbanks is who our John Deere kind of partners with. on ordering in parts. Hope my mic's not screwed up. The thing looks kind of in there. But anyway, so yesterday I had the hoses kind of draped over. Did some talking with Bart and Glenn, trying to come up with a better idea. So what I'm going to do here is go 90 up. Because yesterday I just had the hoses kind of still straight hanging like that. So I cut them off, put in my 90s. I'm going to come up to here, 90 over to here. So these guys, I'm going to need a 45 instead of a 90. So the valve, everything's good. I just need a couple of 45s. So that is where I've gotten on that one so far. I'll wind up zip tying them to this pipe to kind of keep them pulled over. You know, the hose is still kind of in a curved shape from being on that spool. So hopefully as it lays here, it'll want to bounce a little bit easier. So yeah, I need 2 45s, 2 90s, 4 hose barbs, and then those 2 will be done. The next project is replacing this big hose. Don't really need to completely destroy it. I am hoping to just change out this end. So that is what connects over here to the rinse tank and the main tank. As you can see, I've got a 3-to-2 reducer. What I'm also going to do, because there is such little room to get that big valve set up in there, I'm going to put this guy, or make it to where I can snap that off and on, so that way that's not so tight. I really hope the echo in here isn't too bad for you guys. So to remake that end, I got the hose barb, got the valve, which I don't know why I got the short valve instead of the big manifold one that might hold up to pressure a little bit better. Then a 45 instead of a 90. Because that's the problem with this end. I would keep using that, but the way this sprayer's set up, it wants that hose to lay clear back under there, and it's just putting a lot of pressure on it that doesn't need to be put on it. So, yeah, I'm going to get started on that. See how this goes. I've gone as far as I can on this step, so hose barb, all I did was cut off the end of the other one. So new hose barb, valve, 45 coupler, and then over here for the spacer, I've got that end. All I'm missing is the male cam lock, they call it. So that'll go there, so whenever I'm filling, I can just pop this and set it right there. The whole reason for this is they put these so close to, well, let me point the camera up here. They put these so close together that when your cam locks are sideways, like I normally would put them, it runs into this. So with this guy, I can set it however I want, because all it is a spacer, and then I'll hook up here. I got plenty of room. Yeah. Once again, guys, makes sense in my head. So now, okay, I've got no more parts to go there. We've got no more parts I can go there. I'm going to see what parts I got for over there, which I think is nothing. Oh no, we'll see. Hang on. Well, as I thought, not much here for these. So all these are going to be for filling jugs, because I don't use very synergize. 2.5 gallons is an entire load. Dicamba, we don't use that much anymore. So all I need is the 2-inch cam, they're on order. A 2-inch 90, they're on order. I got the reducers down to 1 inch. Then I need a hose barb. Got to order those because I stole the ones I needed and used them over there. So I'll need a hose barb, a chunk of hose. Got plenty of hose on the roll. Another hose barb. Again, got to order. And then I've already got the valve. And yeah, so this will work great. So I'll just get enough hose to where I can kind of set this here, fill a bucket, and then just, I don't know, hang that up in there. But luckily I had the nozzle and the converter, so now that goopy fun stuff can dry till I get everything else. Well, with that, guys, I'm just going to call it a day, mainly because I'm out of things to do here. So I'm going to go check the cows, go home for the night. Either way, See you guys in the next video.